You street trash. That's not a uniform. That's a beggar's costume.
That's Tom Chen, the rich brat who constantly bullied me.
Think you can be a martial artist when you can't even afford proper training clothes?
Here, I wasn't special anymore. Back in Belmont, I'd been the prodigy everyone talked about. 6 months at San Francisco's training facility had taught me one brutal lesson. Here, I was just another poor kid from a recruitment center.
Hey, Bobby.
Jessica, we came from Belmont together. I thought we were friends, but money has a way of changing people.
The elders are watching. Don't make a scene.
Bobby Brown, I challenge you to a one-move battle. Right here, right now.
I knew I couldn't win. Tom had resources, connections, and training I couldn't match. Not today.
Coward!
I overheard Tom, but I didn't say anything. I just went straight home. I lived in a small 2-room apartment that we could barely afford.
Bobby, sit down. We need to talk. The facility has issued new rules. If you don't reach green belt before 15, you'll be sent home and barred from the family sparring contest.
That's impossible. 2 months to green belt? Even talented students took a year minimum to progress from yellow to green.
The rule only applies to recruits from outside the city. Don't worry. If we go back to Belmont, you'll still be...
A loser? A washout? The look on their faces told me that they were already planning our return trip, already accepting failure. I won't go back a failure.
Bobby, please.
I went outside.
Where are you going? It's going to rain.
I had nowhere to go. No friends, nothing. Everything I had worked for was slipping away. I won't give up. You hear me? I won't give up. And then suddenly something unusual caught my eye. Before I could process what was happening, a black streak shot from the clouds. What the... Pain like I'd never known erupted through my body. I couldn't move, couldn't think, couldn't breathe. My vision was going dark. But I saw it. A marble black as night rolling toward me. And then... No! The last thing I remember was screaming as it entered my left eye. I woke up in excruciating pain. My left eye felt like it was being torn apart, and I saw weird visions. Then an ancient voice spoke directly into my mind.
To continue my bloodline, the bloodline of the Eye, you will rule everyone, control every race. You lucky youngster, do not disappoint me.
When I finally dared to open my eye, the world looked different. It looked hyper-detailed, and I can see everything.
Bobby, thank goodness you were unconscious for an entire day.
A day? That's impossible.
But you seem a bit different.
I realized it wasn't just my vision that had changed. My entire body felt different, faster, stronger, like I'd been upgraded.
You need to rest today, Bobby. After whatever happened last night.
I wasn't listening because I was testing my reflexes. Mom, I have to go to the training grounds.
Bobby, please take rest.
But I needed to test my limits, and I knew exactly how to do it.
Hey, weakling, ready for our one-move battle now?
There he was, the perfect test subject.
Tom, with your strength, if you can't take this weakling in 3 moves, it'd be a shame.
3 moves? To beat this kid, I'll only need 1 move.
I should have been terrified, but strangely I felt calm. Make your move. As Tom took his stance, I activated my left eye. Immediately, I could see flaws in this technique that had been invisible before. My body moved on its own. Perfect timing, perfect power. 1 punch, that's all it took. I walked away without another word. But I knew whatever this eye was, it had changed everything, and I was just beginning to understand its power. That evening, I snuck into the martial arts library's restricted area. I had to take the risk. I realized that with my new vision, I could memorize entire books with a single glance. Techniques for strengthening my body, my chi, perfecting my movements, all got clear to me. I now knew what I thought I would learn in years. When I returned to the public training grounds, the whispers started immediately. The story of my victory over Tom had spread. Bobby Brown, once a joke, had become someone to fear. For the first time since arriving in San Francisco, I felt like I had a chance. The day of the family sparring contest arrived, the biggest event of the year where students from all over the city compete for honor and recognition. The first rounds were almost too easy. My opponent surrendered before we even finished.
He's too arrogant, using a core technique against higher-ranked skills.
Semi-final match. Bobby Brown versus Axel Rodriguez.
When I faced Axel, ranked 7th among town recruits, the crowd expected me to be humbled at last.
Ready to go back to Belmont, recruit?
You wish. I could see every flaw in his stance. And finally I defeated him with a single strike. The crowd was stunned. The poor kid from Belmont wasn't supposed to make it this far.
Winner, Bobby Brown. He advances to the final round.
Then came my moment. Peter versus Bobby. Peter was ranked 2nd among all students. He was legendary, having already defeated the top-ranked fighter.
Bobby, today you'll learn where trash like you belongs.
We'll see. I noticed the main judge and Peter's father speaking quietly in the corner. Something didn't feel right.
There's still time if you want to run away from the match. Save yourself some ridicule.
No way I'm running, Peter. I was determined this time, no more backing down.
Final match preparations begin in 5 minutes.
As my match with Peter was announced, I felt a sudden need to gather myself, to focus, to prepare for the biggest fight of my life. My mind was racing with strategies. Despite everything, I still felt nervous, but I believed I could win this.
Don't make a sound.
Instinct took over, raw, animal survival instinct. No technique, just pure desperation. I spun around, ready to fight, only to find myself surrounded by 5 figures with black cloth masks covering their faces.
You shouldn't have done that.
Who sent you? They didn't answer, instead circling me like wolves. Every second that passed was bringing me closer to disqualification. I could see their training and their movements. They looked like professional fighters. The eye was working. I could see openings, weaknesses, moves, before they happened.
He's faster than we were told.
I felt a surge of confidence. Even outnumbered, my new abilities gave me an edge. For a moment, I thought I might actually win this. But then I realized my fatal mistake. I didn't watch my back.
Hurry up! Someone's coming!
The world tilted sideways. I tried to shout for help, but nothing came out. Chloroform. I held my breath, lashing out blindly, fighting against the chemical fog, trying to claim me.
Match 14. Peter Chu versus Bobby Brown. Competitors to the central platform.
The announcement cut through the chaos like a knife. Everything I'd worked for was slipping away by the second.
Final call for Bobby Brown. Competitor Bobby Brown to the central platform immediately.
As darkness closed in, a single thought burned in my mind. Who would go to such lengths to keep me from my match? And how would I ever make it back in time? The green glow began to form around my hands, but it was too late. I tried to activate my left eye, but darkness claimed me first.
Click the download link below the video and start listening for free right now.